Economic growth is a term we hear often. It simply means that a country is producing more things. These things can be goods, like cars or food. They can also be services, like healthcare or education. When an economy grows, it means the total value of everything made and done in a country increases over time. Think of it like a bakery making more bread each year, or a town building more houses for its people. This expansion is usually measured by something called gross domestic product, or GDP. A rising GDP generally indicates that a country's economy is getting bigger and more active. Wealth, on the other hand, is about what people or countries own. For an individual, wealth can include money in the bank. It also includes things like a house, land, or shares in a company. These are called assets. Wealth is different from income, which is the money someone earns regularly. Wealth is the total stock of valuable things someone has accumulated. For a country, national wealth includes all the assets owned by its citizens and its government, such as infrastructure like roads and schools, as well as natural resources. This collection of assets provides a sense of security and potential for future opportunities. So, how does economic growth lead to more wealth? When an economy grows, businesses tend to do better. They might sell more products or services. This often leads to higher profits for these businesses. As businesses prosper, they can afford to pay their workers more money. This means people have higher incomes. With more income, individuals have a greater capacity to save some of that money. These savings can then be used to buy assets like a home or invested to grow further over time, thus building personal wealth. Furthermore, economic growth can create more jobs. When more people are working, they earn incomes. This reduces poverty and allows more individuals to build financial security. Governments also benefit from a growing economy. They can collect more money through taxes without necessarily raising tax rates. This extra government revenue can then be invested in public services. These services, such as better roads, schools, and hospitals, improve the quality of life for everyone and contribute indirectly to the overall wealth and well-being of the nation's population. One of the most direct ways wealth can improve well-being is by enhancing basic living conditions. When people have more money, they can afford better housing. This means homes that are safe, warm, and have access to clean water and good sanitation. They are also able to purchase sufficient amounts of nutritious food for themselves and their families. This is a fundamental step towards a healthier and more stable life. Escaping the daily struggle for basic necessities frees up mental and physical energy for other pursuits. This improvement in material circumstances lays a crucial foundation for overall quality of life. Wealth also plays a significant role in providing access to better healthcare. Individuals with greater financial resources can afford medical consultations, treatments, and medicines when they need them. On a national level, wealthier countries can invest more in their healthcare systems. This means building more hospitals and clinics, training more doctors and nurses, and funding medical research. Improved healthcare leads to people living longer lives. It also means people suffer less from preventable diseases and enjoy a better quality of health throughout their lives, which is a core component of well-being. Education is another area where wealth can make a substantial difference. Families with more wealth can afford to send their children to good schools. They can provide them with books, computers, and other learning resources. Wealthier nations can also invest more in their public education systems. This includes building better schools, hiring qualified teachers, and developing effective curricula. Access to quality education equips individuals with knowledge and skills. These skills can lead to better job opportunities and higher earning potential in the future, creating a cycle of improvement. When these aspects, better living conditions, good health, and quality education, come together, they significantly enhance people's overall well-being. Having financial security reduces stress related to daily survival. Access to healthcare ensures that illnesses are treated and health is maintained. Education opens doors to personal development and better career prospects. While wealth itself is not the end goal, it serves as an important tool. It enables individuals and societies to create environments where people can lead more comfortable, healthier, and more fulfilling lives, increasing their overall satisfaction. While wealth can certainly improve living standards, there is a point where more money does not necessarily lead to much greater happiness. Research shows that once people's basic needs are comfortably met, things like food, shelter, and safety, the impact of additional income on happiness diminishes. This is sometimes called the Easterlin paradox or the happiness plateau. Someone earning a very high income might not be significantly happier than someone earning a comfortable, moderate income. The initial jump from poverty to comfort brings a large happiness boost, but subsequent increases bring smaller and smaller gains in experienced joy. Focusing too much on accumulating wealth can also have negative consequences. The relentless pursuit of money can lead to increased stress and anxiety. People might work excessively long hours, sacrificing time with family and friends. They may neglect hobbies and other activities that bring personal joy and relaxation. This imbalance can lead to burnout and even mental health problems. The pressure to earn more and acquire more material possessions can become a source of constant worry rather than satisfaction, ultimately undermining true well-being despite financial success. Another issue is social comparison. Humans naturally tend to compare themselves to others. If people constantly measure their success and worth by how much wealth they have compared to their neighbors or colleagues, it can lead to feelings of envy and dissatisfaction. This is true even if their own financial situation is objectively good. Growing inequality in wealth distribution within a society can exacerbate these feelings. When the gap between the rich and the poor widens, it can create social tensions and reduce the overall sense of fairness and community happiness. Moreover, a strong emphasis on wealth can fuel a culture of materialism. This is the belief that acquiring possessions and money is the most important goal in life. However, studies suggest that highly materialistic individuals often report lower levels of happiness and life satisfaction. They may find themselves trapped in a cycle of wanting more, believing that the next purchase will finally bring contentment. This constant desire for more material goods can be unfulfilling and distract from other non-material sources of happiness, such as relationships, personal growth, and contributing to something larger than oneself. It is important to consider alternative ideas about what makes a society truly prosper. Some economists and policymakers are now looking at well-being economies. These approaches aim to measure progress not just by economic output like GDP, but by a broader set of indicators. These can include factors like public health, levels of education, the strength of communities, and the happiness of citizens. The idea is that the true goal of a society should be the overall well-being of its people, not just the accumulation of wealth. This involves a more holistic view of what constitutes a good life. Social connections and a sense of purpose are vital for human happiness. Strong relationships with family, friends, and community members provide support and a feeling of belonging. These connections are often cited as one of the most important factors for a happy life. Having a sense of purpose, whether it comes from meaningful work, volunteering, pursuing a passion, or caring for others, also contributes significantly to well-being. Good mental health is equally crucial. Without it, even material wealth can feel empty. These elements are fundamental to our inner contentment. We must also consider the sustainability of our actions and the health of our planet. The continuous pursuit of economic growth without regard for the environment can lead to serious problems. Climate change, pollution, and the depletion of natural resources threaten our long-term well-being. Some thinkers propose ideas like degrowth for developed nations. This suggests that some economies might need to reduce their overall material consumption to live within planetary boundaries, while still focusing on improving quality of life through non-material means. A healthy environment is essential for everyone's future. In conclusion, while wealth can certainly contribute to well-being by improving living standards and providing access to essential services, it is not the sole key to happiness. A narrow focus on accumulating money can lead to stress, inequality, and environmental damage. True well-being is much broader. It encompasses good health, strong social relationships, a sense of purpose, mental contentment, and a sustainable environment. Therefore, individuals and societies should strive for a balanced approach, valuing these diverse aspects to achieve genuine and lasting flourishing for all.